Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be moving on to our very last unit, and this unit is on division. So let's talk about this. I know this is a concept a lot of you have been really excited to try, and maybe for others this is something that you're not really looking forward to, but I'm going to show you that it's not really that hard. All right, so what is division? Division seems like a really hard concept, but really all it is really just a fast way to subtract. Think of it as repeated subtraction because really that's what it is. So let's look at some examples. All right, first, let's take a look. The teacher has 24 students in their class. So imagine that 24 students sitting in a class. For the science experiment, it will work best to have 6 groups. So how many students should they put in each group? Now, if I were to solve this using repeated subtraction, here's what I would have to do. I would have to start with 24 and start subtracting 6 to see how many groups of 4 that would make. So if I had, 24 minus 6, that would be 18. And then 18 minus 6 is 12. And 12 minus 6 is 6. And 6 minus 6 is 0. And then what I would have to do is count up how many groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. So really, if I want 6 groups, I would want to put 4 students in each group. That's how division works. Now, we could do that. That is one strategy that works, but that is frankly going to take you way too much time to solve your problems. So division is a faster way to do the same thing. Now, sometimes you'll see it this way, like 24 students divided by 6 groups. And then we think of it as almost like a backwards multiplication problem. So how many groups of 6 equal 24? What times 6 equals 24? Well, the answer is 4. Okay, 4 students in each group. Same idea. There's another way we can do this, and that's drawing circles and then figuring things out, moving things around. Now, this is not necessarily the same problem, but we're going to say place the following circles in 4 groups. Now, if you don't know your multiplication facts, which hopefully you do, but if you don't, there's another way you can do this. You could say, like, okay, if I have 4 groups and I have all these numbers up here, how do I put them in equal groups? So for some of you, this is going to be your best strategy. I would literally just start putting one dot in each circle until they're all out. Now, you have to make sure that they all have the same number. So usually I start at the one spot and I just keep going until they're all out. This would be a good way to break up money. This would be a good way to break up lots of different things. So if you're not as good with your multiplication facts, one thing you can do is simply draw circles, and it still is the same problem. So if we're trying to have 24 students, there were 24 dots. If we just started drawing one at a time, eventually we're going to get to 6 students in each group. And it really works just as well with a circle. Let me switch to my drawing feature here. So if I had 4 circles, which some of you would have did at the beginning, 4 equal groups, okay, I could have literally just did like a dot, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on and so on and so on until I get to 24. And then I would just count up each circle and there would be 6 students in each group. Okay. Sometimes we can use it almost like backwards division. So fact families come into account here as well. So if I had the numbers 5, 6, and 30, we know that 5 times 6 equals 30, which with commutative property means 6 times 5 equals 30. So then we can turn that around and say 30 divided by 5 equals 6, and 30 divided by 6 equals 5. So as you can see, they really relate. They all go hand in hand. 2 times 8 is 16. Likewise, 8 times 2 is 16. So then we can say 16 divided by 2 equals 8. And 16 divided by 8 equals 2. All right, same idea. If you know it one way, you can flip it around and do it the other way. All right, finally, we sometimes look at it with this bracket. Now, what this is asking is how many groups of 3 are in 15? All right, we're trying to solve for the answer. How many groups of 3 is 15? Now, you could draw your circles. We could draw our 3 circles here and then count to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and say how many is in each group? 5. Well, we could also say 3 times 5 equals 15. What times 2 equals 16? What times 2 equals 16? And we know the answer is 8. 8 times 2 equals 16. What times 6 equals 24? 4. What times 5 equals 20? 4. 4 times 5 is 20. So we can solve it almost like a multiplication problem. All right, now it's your turn to practice some problems. For some of you, this is going to be easy. For others, I understand it's going to be very hard. So here's what I want you to think about. One, just do the best you can. This is day number 1. You're going to have several days to practice this, and you will get better. Number 2, I recommend having some scratch paper or a whiteboard. Doing work and showing your work is going to help you solve these problems. Number 3, it is okay to ask for help. You can email me, you can ask mom or dad or a bigger brother or sister. Someone can help you with division. Number 4, we'll be working on this unit pretty much till the end of school because there's not that many days left, so you do have time to figure it out. So if this is very tricky today, next week it'll start becoming easier, all right? And just remember, I'm really proud of all of you, and I've really, really, really been encouraged by your hard work you've done in math during this online learning time. So good luck. I miss you guys all, and good luck on this activity. Do the best you can. Thanks.